Hello, children. Hope you all are doing good. Please stay safe at home. Now, let's begin with the fifth chapter of the book First Flight, The 100 Dresses Part 1. This chapter is divided into two parts, Part 1 and Part 2. The author of this chapter is Elsa Easter, who is a renowned author and who is especially known for children's stories. And her famous writings are Ginger Pie, Moffat series, Echoing Green, and many others. So, now let's start. Before we read the chapter, what this chapter is based on. Generally, how do we judge the people around us? We judge the people around us by their money, wealth, or the possessions, or the luxurious life which they live. But there is something more enduring value to look in for in a person, enduring which lasts over a period of time. So here it is a story of a poor young girl who have been judged by her classmates. The name of that girl is Wanda Petronsky. Wanda Petronsky, who was a young Polish girl who goes to school with an American children in an American town. And as the Wanda Petronsky moves with the American children in the American schools, so Wanda Petronsky was counted different for the American children. They count her different in many ways. So now, obviously, when we see some different student in our school or in our class or in an environment, we treat her or we sometimes tease her or make fun of her. So here, how this Wanda Petronsky was treated by the Americans. This chapter is based on. Now, the chapter starts like this. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat, but nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Usually, Wanda sat next to the last seat in the last room, in room number 13. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat. The corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet, most roars and roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. Now, as it was Monday and Wanda Petronsky was not available in the school, and Peggy and Madeline, the two girls of the class, even they have not noticed the absence of Wanda Petronsky. And where was the sitting arrangement that she used to sit? In the next to the last seat, not last, but next to the last seat, which is in the last row, room number 13. And in the next to the last seat means where the last benchers, the students, those who are not good in scoring marks, or we can call it dull kind of students, and the corner of the room, the most corner of that room where the scuffling of feet, scuffling means noisy, dragging the movements of the feet around the ground, where you drag and make the sounds with your feet, right? And last benchers who just love to enjoy, love to make fun of others or not to study. Apart from the study, they are good at all the things. Now that was the place where Wanda also used to sit. Wanda used to sit next to the last seat. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, she was quiet and rarely said anything at all. Now, in the second paragraph, the reason is given. What could be the reason that why Wanda is sitting? Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. That was not the reason that she was sitting there because she was also like that rough and noisy or the notorious student. Not like that. She was very quiet. On the contrary, what kind of girl she was? She was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. She was very quiet and calm girl. And nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. Till the time nobody had even heard her laughing loudly. That much she was calm and quiet, cool kind of girl. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, as if crooked. Sometimes just forcefully, or somebody is asking you to give the smile. That is that kind of smile, but that was all. Only small smile, as if you are asking her forcefully. That's why she smiled. Apart from that, nobody have even heard her laughing loudly. Nobody knew exactly why Wenda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. But no one really thought much about Wenda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. Nobody was knowing the reason behind sitting in the last next to the last seat. Might be because she came all the way from Boggin Heights. Boggin Heights, it is a place. It is a just kind slum type of area, the slum area, right? It is that kind of area where might be that is the place where she came from, and her feet were usually caked with dry mud, usually always filled with that dry mud. But nobody was really knowing what was the reason behind sitting there. Even nobody thought much about Wenda Petronsky when she sat in the corner of the room. Nobody was bothering about Wenda Petronsky when she sat in the room. The time when they thought about Wenda was outside of school hours. In the class, nobody was worried about Wenda's Petronsky. But yes, when they used to think, the time when they thought about Wenda was outside of the school hours. The kids used to think about the Wenda Petronsky just outside of the school hours. At noon time, when they were coming back to school, or in the morning, early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. This was the only time when they were worried before coming to the school in the morning hours, or during the dispersal time when the school gets over. At that time, they used to think about Wenda Petronsky. Then sometimes they waited for Wenda to have fun with her. Now, either they think about Wenda Petronsky at that time, or especially they used to wait for Wenda Petronsky purposely to have fun with her. Here, not have fun, to make fun of her. Just to tease her, they used to wait purposely for her. The next day, Tuesday, Wenda was not in the school either, and nobody noticed her absence again. But on Wednesday, even on Tuesday, Wenda Petronsky was not available, but nobody had noticed. But now on Wednesday, Paddy and Maggie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks. Now Peggy and Maddie, as in the first line it was told, Peggy and Maddie even did not mark her absence. And Paddy and Maggie, those are the good children who scored good marks and sit along with the good other children only, the top scorer, and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud. They noticed that Wenda wasn't there. Even they noticed that Wenda was not there on Wednesday. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. Who was most popular? Peggy. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly, and Maddie was her closest friend. Who was the most popular? Peggy. Peggy was the most popular girl because apart from being popular, she was having a good taste of clothes. She was having a pretty clothes to wear. Even her hairs were curly. Her outer appearance was beautiful. And who was her close friend? Maggie. Maddie was her close friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wenda's absence was because Wenda made them late to school. On Monday and Tuesday they didn't notice because they didn't wait for her, and they went to the school. But on the reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wenda's absence on Monday and Tuesday they didn't notice, but on Wednesday she made them late to the school. They arrived late to the school, and that is the reason they came to know that Wenda is absent. They had waited and waited for Wenda to have some fun with her, and she hadn't come. They often waited for Wenda Petrosky to have fun with her. Most of the time they waited for Wenda Petrosky just to make fun of her, and when they waited at that time, they realized, they came to know that she is absent or she is not available. Where in the classroom does Venda sit and why? Venda sits in the next to the last seat, and nobody knows what is the reason behind sitting there in the last corner of the class. Everybody is saying that as she belongs, she comes from the Boggin Heights, that's her feet are always caked with dry mud. Okay, where does Venda live? Here the answer for our question is, where does Venda live? In the Boggin Heights. And what kind of a place do you think? It is a slum area, right? When and why do Peggy and Mary notice Venda's absence? On Monday and Tuesday they didn't notice, but yes, on Wednesday they noticed because they waited for her to make fun of her. And she didn't arrive. That time they realized, that time they came to know that Venda is absent. What do you think to have fun with her means? To make fun of her, to tease her. Okay, now this is the first portion of this chapter, part 1, 100 dresses. Next portion we'll see in the next video. Bye bye, stay tuned and be safe at your home. Take care.